It's your boy Ace the Bar, man. Today we're doing a mid-table tutorial with the freestyle design in the back. So the first step, what you want to do is set that ball line with the trimmers. My client asked for more of a burst taper. He likes to keep the next neckline sharp and dark. So you do more of a rainbow shape to get that effect. Then you want to go, after you set that line in with your trimmers, you want to go under it. Make sure to get all those hairs balled out or get as close as you can with your trimmers. Always, I feel like it's always important to have a brush in hand or a comb or something. I personally like little brushes, but all right. Second step, what you want to do is you want to get that shaver and you want to fully bald him out, but you don't go all the way up to the line because that'll create a really harsh line. It's hard to take out. You want to leave a quarter inch so you can turn the shaver around and you can flick down going with the grain, and that see right there. That what that does is it really blends out the bottom line, so it all blends in together. It's basically blending your first section out without fully like blending your first section out. You feel me? All right. First step, what you want to do? No guard lever open, and you'll see. I use the full blade on this step. I usually use the full blade for when I'm setting in guidelines, but I'm also flicking out, and you can see that I'm being really careful and I'm flicking out. Then what you want to do? You want to close that lever to remove that bottom line. As you can see, I'm using the full blade and the corner. If I'm really digging at something, I'll use the full blade, and if I really have control over it, then I'll use the corners. And you'll see right there. Look, then the next thing you want to do, you want to lever play so you can really get that blurry effect, because that's what helps out the most. Dark spots getting them lighter and light spots getting them darker. It's just like it all goes hand in hand. And what you really want to do, use these three steps: corners, flick out, and lever play. Those are your best friend for taking out lines. Alright, next you go one guard open for the next guideline. As you can see, I'm really flicking out with this one guard because I like to blend into the bulk rather than shaving off all my clients' bulk, because a lot of my clients are Edgars and they like to keep that bulk and maintain that Edgar look. So as you can see, flicking out. With the one guard, I like to close it to make the bottom line soft, so it makes it easier transition for the half guard to come in and just clean it up. You can see corners, flicking out, lever playing. That's literally all I do, and that's what makes my fade so blurry, and that's what it really helps out everything, and it makes it easier. Even if there is a line still, it makes the line is really soft, and so you can go in and clean it up easy. All right, now next you want to do the half guard close. You see, half guard, strictly corners. I mainly use corners on the half guard. Unless I'm really digging out a spot, like I said, then I'll use the full blade, but it's mainly usually corners. So lever playing right there, as you can see, really makes a difference. I'm telling you guys, just try it out. If you don't like how it comes out, then that's on me. But I'm telling you, it will make your game go from beginner barber to a fully booked out weekend barber. You know what I mean? And then you keep elevating. That's the thing with this barber game, is it's all about trial and error. You're gonna mess someone up. That's how you get better. You learn from your mistakes. But if you keep not trying to learn and invest in yourself, and you don't want to go all in, then you're not ever gonna get better. With the barber game, you have to fully commit, and you have to really put your time and your effort into it. Like I said, you see me digging, lever playing. There we go. Next step, I like to use the two guard. But the thing with this is I flick out, because that's going to be the biggest guard I'm going to use, because he likes to keep his bulk. I'm really flicking out with that. As you can see, just blending into that bulk rather than cutting it off. If you flick out, it makes more of an easier transition, so you could really go in there with that 1.5 guard and just knock it out, and then throw in your design or detail, whatever you're going to do next. But for this cut, I did a freestyle design, and you guys will see why, because the end result is amazing. All right, going with that 1.5. But when I go with the 1.5, I always go in open first rather than going straight in closed, because you don't want to patch someone or mess with them, especially if you're new to this. So one guard open, flicking out, using corners for the corners of the neck. Then you see closing it halfway, all the way closed, just lever playing, and it really softens those lines up, and it really is gonna make for an easier transition for you to do what you have to do and make the fade blurry and your client happy. And a lot of tips I can give you guys: if you make your clients happy and you give them what they ask for, they will come back to you. even if you're new at this, it doesn't matter. Go get all your homies, go get your dad, your grandpa, your uncles, anyone you know, and just tell them, I'm trying to try something new. I need someone to practice on. Most of the times they'll let you. As you see, I'm going in with that one guard right there. I think I'm going fully closed, and you'll see me, look, flicking out right there. Flicking out corners, it all adds up and it all works hand in hand. So as you can see, flicking out, you'll see me do lever play, you'll see me do all the techniques that I'm trying to teach you guys. If you want me to go make a video fully onto that to teach you guys really how to do it, then I will go full in detail. Make sure to follow my TikTok. I'm always posting updates there. My Instagram, it's all the same it's all the same handle. Ace the Barber 3 on all social media. As you can see, look, same thing, lever play. And then this right here, this is one of the most important steps in the tapers. Everyone gets tapers now. Make those necklines sharp. That's what you really want to do, is make those necklines sharp, and it really makes the taper pop, and it makes the design look so much cleaner. Even if you mess up on the design, if those necklines are sharp, it's gonna all go hand in hand and look like it's cleaner. It's more of a makeup for a bad fade. If you make those necklines sharp, it looks blurrier because those lines are darker, and it makes everything else look blurry. All right, next step. You always want to go back in detail. That's why as a barber, it's really important to have a mirror in your station or at your house, wherever you're cutting, have a mirror. Do the cut as clean as you could do it. And when you feel like it's as clean as you could be, then look in the mirror and you'll notice dark spots, and then you have to work on them and you'll fix it. If you look in the mirror, it really points out a lot of flaws. And then if you feel like you're good enough with that, then you want to pull out your phone. Your phone is like your third eye. What your phone does is it points out a lot of dark spots and a lot of lines you miss and stuff like that. And if you really want to elevate to the next level, you'll take these steps to make your cuts look as clean as they could be and as the best you could be. Next, for the freestyle design, okay, designs can be really tricky, especially as a beginner. I was never good at designs at first, but I kept going, and now my designs are one of the best. So you see, I'm going in with my corners. I'm just tapping with my corners, just making sure to get everything how I want it to be. If you're going for a straight line, you can use the full blade. But if you're going for more of a curvy, like loopy design, you definitely want to use your corners. You just want to tap or you want to pull it. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So you see, look, I wanted that straight line, so I use the full blade right there. And then you'll see, you can go ahead right there. That corner, boom, tapping, tapping, tapping. Especially with designs, you always want to have a brushing hand, not a comb. A comb is good for clip over comb and stuff like that, but a brush, it really lays the hairs down, and you can get the hairs in place for you to get the design how you want it. So you see, right there. Boom, this is the final product. As you can see, clean design, super clean design. That's before razor work. Then, all right, the side is a whole different story. I use a 4-guard. I like to go in first, debulk that neckline, debulk the side. I like to debulk before I go in and do my work. So as you see, against the grain, with the grain, it all goes hand in hand. Flicking out, debulking, main thing, flicking out. That's what you need to do the most. Just flick out, you know, with the grain, against the grain. It'll all work out together and it'll all look clean together. Then close it just to make sure everything's really as clean as it could be, because a 4 is the biggest guard I use to debulk. All right, like I said, my client wanted a burst taper, so you see, making that rainbow shape to keep the lineup dark and the lineup sharp. So after that, I'm cleaning all over my trimmers. But the next step, what you really want to do that makes the difference, using those shavers. It fully balds them out, and it makes the haircut even last longer. So you see, I'm going in, really digging in, because you want to dig in with those shavers. Like, don't use a lot of pressure, but you want to pass a couple times so you make sure it has balls as it could be. Next step, no guard lever open. The most important thing with this, on the side, only use your corners. You notice I'm only using my corners to set in lines, take out lines, blend, everything. So you see, all right, I have a 3-step method I use. Close, mid, open. You see it's closed right there, mid. See, just going right above that clothesline, makes a blurry transition. And then you'll see I go back in with the open, or I'll start lever playing. It's all about lever playing. It all makes a difference. You see, boom. 1 guard open. All right, you see I'm strictly using corners and I'm flicking out. So that's all, I'm telling you, that's what makes the difference, and that's what makes your client happy. When you can blend into their bulk and they can still have their edge cut. Then with that one, you want to close that line to make that half guard come in super soft and easy so that it can take out that line like nothing, like butter. And then that's how your fades progress and how you get better. Next step, half guard close, you see? Stretching that skin out. Make sure you stretch the skin out on the side, especially if you're doing a taper. You have more control, especially if you're using your corners too. It all goes hand in hand. It all makes you have more control, and so you're ready, and you have more vision. Then with that 3 guard open, you're just flicking out right here to clean it up. And then that's one thing with the bulk. If I'm cutting into the bulk, I like to fade down as I'm fading up with the fade, if that makes sense. You saw I went in with that 4. Now I'm going in with that 3. Just really flicking out, getting all of it to blend in beautifully. So look at that, flicking out. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Then go with that 2 guard open, flicking out. I'm using my corner if you just saw that. You flicking out, and it looks like I'm cutting off a lot of hair. But the thing is, all those sharp picks at the top, they're not cutting anything. It's only where the blade is, it's cutting something. Then go with that 1.5 open, but you see, it's not open the whole time. Then you're lever playing. The thing with lever playing is going open, half, close, open, half. It's like wherever you feel like it needs to be. That's what makes barbers better by themselves, because you can go and doing a whole different thing, but you have that control to go back in with the different notches. If you're a beginner barber, definitely make sure you get a pair clipper with notches. It really helps. Then see, look at that. Using only corners for that C-cup. So you're just dragging it down. That doesn't cut the client, it doesn't make their skin irritated. It's doing what the trimmer is supposed to do. Using that corner, you're really dragging it, and it's really doing everything. And how I do the neck lineup is I pull his ear to the side, and I just really go with my corners. With the C-cups and the neck lineup, I like to use my full corners. I like to use my full blade if I'm doing the long lines. You feel me? So that right there is one side. This is a finished product. This cut came out absolutely fire, and I want to help you guys. Look at that. Look at that design. Look at that blurriness. Like, it all goes hand in hand. Look at that design. I'm really happy. Thank you all. Peace.